the DH Bengaluru 2040 Summit, and I'm with musician Bruce Lee Money. Hi, Bruce.
Hello. Hi, Rashmi.
Can you tell me a little bit about rock music in Bangalore? Would you say that it has taken a back seat in recent years?
I wouldn't say it's taken a back seat. I mean, there's this feeling that the days of yore, the late 90s, early 2000s, when all the big bands used to come here and so on, were some kind of heyday, the halcyon times of Indian rock and so on. Yes, sure. I mean, it's great to have those bands coming here, but I think what's more important for a city is that it really supports and encourages a local ecosystem to flourish. And I think across the last 10 or 15 years, that's kind of happening. There have been ups and downs as with everything else. At one point, I think between 2010 and 2015, you could watch 3 or 4 gigs a week. There were that many venues, that many bands performing. And then, of course, there was the whole set of venues in Indranagar that kind of all closed down for various reasons. And so that was a real punch in the gut for the local scene. But I think since then, other venues have slowly come up and so on. So what we really need is a larger local ecosystem, because I think the big concerts, as long as they find enough support and sponsorship to come and a space that's conducive to conducting them, they'll keep happening. I mean, Ed Sheeran happened, Bryan Adams happened, Coldplay didn't happen, sure, but I mean, these things are still happening. It's not like it's not happening at all, right? So it's a bit of a more groundswell thing that really needs focus, I think, and that will kind of build the city's cultural identity a lot stronger than just having occasional international artists coming and going. That's important. It should happen, and it is happening, and more will happen if this is also built up.
Apart from new venues, what other changes would you like to see in the music industry in Bangalore?
I think more curation. Venues, of course, we need great infrastructure to have great concerts and great artistic events to happen. But I think more curation and more public-private partnerships. So then we have representation from all parts of the community. I mean, this shouldn't just be about rock music or jazz music or any kind of elitist kind of thing. It has to include pretty much all the different types of artistic and cultural identity that the city has, right? Which means meaningful public-private partnerships, meaningful curation, and a very long-term sustainable kind of view. Not just we got to show something on some PowerPoint and that's why we're doing something. So it needs more that kind of an approach, that way of thinking to build this kind of culture up.
So on the musical front for you, individually and also with the band, what's happening right now? What are you doing this year?
Yeah, I mean, this is the 29th year of the band, and that's great. Thermal Underwater has been around from 1996, so we are very fortunate to have kept everything together for as long. We're working on our 9th album. We have a few gigs coming up. We also run a music school called TAAQ, and that's been running for 15 years. So we're kind of giving back in our way by setting up spaces where students can interact, jam, start discovering their love for music and so on. That's something that we've kind of wanted to do for the city. And so that's been going well. And personally, I'm doing more music now than I ever have been doing before in my life. So I find myself in a good space. So that's great.
That's great. All the best, Bruce. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching, and for more such videos, stay tuned.